Do you know how to get your rental application approved?
Hey, I'm Alex.
And I'm Philip.
And we teach you what you need to know about being a grown-up.
Because adulting shouldn't suck. If you're new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to click that bell so you get the notifications when we put out some new videos. And the comments below, let us know if you've ever filled out a rental application before.
In this video, we're going to give you some tips to help you get your rental application approved. It's 2022 right now, which means housing is super competitive. And in a lot of major cities, you can't even find apartments to rent. They are scarce. So what that means for you is you have to have your rental application filled out properly the first time when you go to apply for a place, or you're just going to get passed over. And then somebody's going to be right there to fill right behind you and take the apartment that you wanted. So the last thing that you want to have happen is you go and you fill out this long rental application form and you pay the fee, and then you just wasted a bunch of time and money because you sucked at filling it out.
Rental applications are expensive. You have to pay money every single time you turn one in. If I turn one in and it's good and we're moving in together, he's got to turn one in too. If I fill it out correctly and he fills it out incorrectly and we get denied for the apartment because of that, neither one of us get our money back. It's just gone.
Sucks to suck.
Sucks to suck. I've never had a rental application denied. Have you?
Nope.
That's good. Because coming in on average at about $50 a rental application fee to turn them in, that's a lot of money that you don't want to be spending when you're trying to get an apartment for your first time, or for any time for that matter.
When you're moving out and you're applying for places to live, you don't want to waste a bunch of money applying to all these different places and filling out all these rental applications and paying all these fees. You want to make sure that the first place that you apply at, you get approved.
Yep.
And if you follow the tips in this video, we're going to help you get approved for your first apartment, or if you're moving into a new apartment. We actually included a free downloadable rental application template. We've got a link in the description below for it. Now, this thing has like almost every question any rental application will ever have on it. So you can fill this thing out, take it with you when you go apartment hunting, and then you'll have all that information ready to go. So download that. It's free. Be prepared.
It's great. You'll thank us later. First thing you're going to want to do when you're turning in your rental application is include a cover letter. A cover letter? A cover letter. A cover letter is going to include why you want to move into this place, what your current employment situation looks like, any current rental history if you have any. And it should also include that you could provide references upon request. It's going to look real professional, and it's going to show the landlords that you are serious about moving in, and it's going to really make you look good.
The next thing you want to do is check your credit, because if you're moving out soon, you need to have good credit. It's super competitive right now for apartments, and the last thing you want to do is get denied because your credit sucks or it's subpar. So start working on your credit. If you don't know how to do that, we actually have a video playlist we put down in the description, or there's a video card that's up above, and check it out. We've got pretty much everything on how to build your credit. And if you need help building your credit, we created a system called How to Build Your Credit on Autopilot. We put a link for that in the description too. Now, when it comes to credit, you got to know the basics about credit. You know, it goes from a 300 to an 850. And if you're going to get approved for an apartment, most of the time it's going to be at least a 600 or better in order to get approved for an apartment. And they're definitely going to do a credit check. And if they don't do a credit check, it's probably not a place you want to live. Yeah. Unless you're renting a room from somebody, but that's a whole different video. So understanding what credit is, how to build it is super important. You got to have it in order to get approved for these.
If you don't have good credit, you're going to want to have a co-signer identified, like prepared. Like if you already know that your credit is a 500 because this one time you didn't pay a bill because you thought if you didn't pay it, it would just go away and it hurt your credit, you need to have that co-signer ready. Somebody identified that would be like, I will pay for you, my son. Something like that, okay?
Thankfully, when I first moved out, my stepdad was my co-signer for me and my roommate, who neither of us had any credit, didn't even know about how to qualify for apartments, and would have never qualified on our own if we didn't have a co-signer. And thankfully, neither of us sucked at life, and we didn't stiff him because if we did, a cosigner is on the hook for the entire bill. So that's a huge responsibility of a cosigner.
Now, if you can't get a cosigner, and this isn't always available, sometimes they'll allow you to pay like 3 months of rent or 6 months of rent in lieu of having a cosigner. But if you don't have a cosigner, that's a lot of money. I mean, 3 months of rent, if your rent's $1,000 a month, that's $3,000. And you still got to pay for everything else. Or having a cosigner. But, you know, you got this in one hand, you got that in the other hand. I guess you got to kind of work with what you're working with.
Dude, I can't even imagine only having rent be $1,000.
Those were the
most,
days.
Most big cities, it's like $1,500, $2,000 or more.
Yeah.
So you're talking like $4,500, $6,000 or more.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's just an annual salary amount of $12,000 so you can move into that apartment. That's a lot.
It's easier to have good credit.
Yeah. Next up, provide references. References are super important, especially if you don't have any rental history. And when we're talking about references, we're not talking about your mommy or your daddy or your auntie, your uncle, or your grandma. We all know that family will write anything to help you get out of the house or get something accomplished. References are going to be letters from people that have some sort of reputation, like teachers or professors or places that you've worked or clubs that you've volunteered at. Those type of stuff. Those are the people that you're going to want references from that you'd include with your rental application that say you're a good person and you're responsible and then you could do things and pay your bills on time. Well, you know, you can do things in a timely manner because you probably didn't pay them money, so they wouldn't know. If you're trying to move out with a pet, offer a pet interview if they're willing to do it. A lot of people would rent to you knowing you had a pet if they knew your pet wasn't going to destroy everything. And the best way you can do that is by showing that your pet has some house training. It can come, it can sit, it knows its name. It's not going to gnaw through the carpet or chew on the floorboards or whatever. So pet interviews are super helpful if your pet is behaved. If your pet's not behaved, then
Don't send one up.
don't do it. And prepare to have a security deposit not get refunded.
If you've got law violations, you need to be upfront and honest about it because they're going to run criminal background checks. And if you get ahead of the situation and you let them know, hey, here's what happened. You know, it's been so long, X number of months or years since I've been in trouble. This is what the situation was like. I've grown as a person. Here's all the things I've done since then to better myself, et cetera, et cetera. That conversation is going to be entirely different than if you tried to hide it and they ran the background check and they found it. So it's always best to be upfront, honest, and get ahead of the situation.
Yeah. Apply for apartments you qualify for. Stay within your budget. Let me say that again. Stay within your budget. If you're going to apply for an apartment and you're going to be like, well, let's just see if they approve me. But you know it's like right on the top of your budget, you shouldn't be applying for it. Nobody cares other than your stupid little friends if you got this awesome apartment. Okay, if you're trying to get that apartment just to show off, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. Being apartment broke sucks. What does that mean? That means you're spending all your money for rent on your apartment. It's not worth it. Rent is not supposed to be more than 30 to 50% of your monthly income. And 50%, that's like the max. You want to keep that as low as you can, obviously. But, 40%, 35%, I wouldn't go beyond that 40%. Okay? So keep it in your brain. Apply for apartments within your budget.
The further beyond 30% you go, the harder it is to pay all your other bills, and then it cuts into everything in your life. Can't buy as much groceries typically. You can't go out and have fun with your friends. Now, the only time I would really say it's worth it to spend extra money beyond that 30% to get a place if you have to is the other places that are within that 30% budget are not in safe areas. So safety is always a top priority. So if you need to spend a little bit more money to actually live in a good neighborhood, that's worth it. But not just to look bougie.
Right. You can be bougie when you're older.
Lastly, but not least, I can't say it enough, fill out your rental application completely. Do not leave anything blank. If you don't know what it is or what the question is or how to answer it correctly, go ask somebody. Ask the apartment manager. Ask your parents. Ask somebody what that information what that question means, and then give them the right information. If they want pay stubs or letters of reference, get it to them. You do not want to leave anything incompleted, because a lot of these places are just going to throw it out because there's a line of people waiting to get these apartments right now because housing is competitive. So don't screw yourself over and leave things blank. Fill them out completely.
Completely. Filling out rental applications is not hard. Just fill them out correctly. Like Alex was saying. They're not free. You have to pay money every time you turn in a rental application. And like we had said earlier, if you get denied, you don't get your money back. Nobody's rich out here, so do yourself a favor. Take the time to fill them out accurately, correctly, and provide all of the documents that they're asking for. You'll save yourself some time and some money. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. In the comments below, let us know how many rental applications you filled out and how many have gotten denied.
And we'll see you in the next video.